Last thing, Canelo said that he might bypass May for a rematch with you in September. Your thoughts?
That's new news to me.
Yeah.
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me.
Terence Crawford reacted to the news of a September rematch with Canelo Alvarez instead of May, calling it unheard of to him. Similar to Crawford's strange reaction in prior conversations, Conor Benn disclosed that he is also ignorant of the matchup news because it hasn't been formally announced. He praised Crawford for sharing deep insights with his fellas, as well as Crawford gave some instructions to him regarding the fight techniques.
I was just speaking to my manager now, saying how much Crawford's got my back. Do you know what I mean? He's a goal of the game. You know, but he's also giving me hidden gems and a bit of knowledge and wisdom. Do you know what I mean? You've got to listen to someone like Crawford. He's been there, seen it, done it.
Big news in boxing. Canelo's coach said today that the rematch with Crawford Canelo will not happen in May, but will happen in September.
Oh, I don't know about that.
That's what exactly what Crawford said. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Does it make a difference if it's May or September?
I mean, I think people. I mean, fingers crossed it happens. I can't see it happening. You know.
In his assessment of the previous Crawford versus Canelo bout, boxing superstar Manny Pacquiao stated that although Canelo is very impressive, his primary weakness is his weight. Canelo is just as good as Crawford, but in order to fight more actively, he needs to shrink.
And I mean, it's not really in the top condition. Canelo is he's big, he's gained weight, so he's getting slower, but not like before.
Can he beat Crawford in a rematch, Canelo? Do you think he can figure it out? That he wants to rematch with Crawford, Canelo?
If he loses weight, like he's big, so that's why he's slow.
He needs to lose weight.
On the other hand, while some boxers make unanticipated decisions on rules or costs, Ben pointed out that his perspective is different. He said that boxers deal with issues in their own ways in the context of Crawford versus Canelo, but that doesn't affect his own strategy or standards.
Well, it's not great, is it? I mean, it's been all right for the generations of fighters previous. Nothing's changed. Everyone knows what the crack is, and that's the way it works. So it's the way it's worked for many years. You know, for him to just, you know, one night wake up and decide that he's not paying the sanction fees, I think it's a bit of a liberty. But ultimately, you know, each to their own. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. It's not how I feel.
Talking about Crawford's strengths, Timothy Bradley Jr. claimed that no one could defeat him due to his enormous size. He talked about how talented Crawford was, even at the beginning of his career. Timothy painted an elite portrait of Crawford, asserting that he possesses vestality, flexibility, control, and positional knowledge. This sketch indicates that Crawford is always prepared to defeat Canelo in any rematch.
Crawford is the most talented fighter that I've ever been in the ring with, right along with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a savage. He was definitely savage, but Crawford, skill for skill, I ain't never been in the ring with nobody more skillful than Crawford. And at that time, I had no clue that this dude could even fight from the orthodox stance. He didn't even switch orthodox, but you can see his wrestling background also. You know what I'm saying? When he put his chin on my back and he kind of rolled around me and got out of the corner, you saw that old lay where he's stepping around me and pushing me to the side, man, or the head control. Crawford was so advanced at an early age, 23 years old, man. Man, I'm telling you, I was a bad man. I wasn't nothing to mess with. But anyway, you see the sparring session, man. You see the level of skill that Crawford had. Man, look, in that first sequence, the first three rounds or so, 3 or 4 rounds, look at, we going 4-minute rounds. Yeah, you wonder where Crawford got that from? He got it from your boy right here. We going 4-minute rounds. And you see the intensity we brought in that damn sparring session? Yeah, that was a lot of damn punches in them 4-minute rounds, right? Yeah, but that's what got me prepared, right, for my fights. And Crawford, man, took that and elevated that.
After Crawford versus Canelo, the focus is now on the heavyweight class, where fans are looking forward to Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. In his amazing response to the contest announcement, Showbiz the Adult stated that the fight will surpass previous contests in terms of grandeur because both competitors are extremely large and powerful.
This fight is one of the most highly anticipated heavyweight bouts in the past decade. This fight is humongous. Not only is it humongous for boxing, not only is it humongous for the heavyweight division, not only is it humongous for the heavyweight division history, it is specifically gigantoid for UK boxing. Hit the Tyson bell. For all of the war room in the UK, you guys have just been given the biggest fight in UK history, period.
Another mystical detail revealed by Showbiz the Adult was that Joshua has always desired to face Tyson. Joshua's sole motivation for fighting Jake is to earn enough cash to be ready for his next bout with Tyson. Now that Joshua versus Tyson has been announced, the mystery is no longer unresolved.
Anthony AJ Joshua is going to have another fight after Jake Paul. Not only is he trying to look great against Jake Paul, he wants that fight to be as short as possible so he can start training camp and not pick up any injuries or anything like that. He wants to get that money. It's the biggest bag for him. He wants to get it over with without any injury, anything, so he can start his training camp for his next fight that he's going to have before the biggest fight of his life against Tyson Gypsy King Fury. My goodness. You know, I want to say this too.
The length of time it has taken to set up this match was then illustrated by Showbiz. In the past, the officials made a lot of effort to make this happen, but each time something went wrong, the fight could not take place. He described how a boxer must wait a long time to take on a particular opponent in the ring. The same is true for Joshua and Tyson, but both will now demonstrate their strength and garner more public interest and excitement.
We all knew that he was going to fight Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury, on the other hand, he wanted Usyk, right? But Usyk, he doesn't want Fury. Guess who he wants? Bomb Squad, Deontay the Bomb Squad. Wow. So that ship has sailed. Tyson Fury, though, too much fighting in his blood. I knew he couldn't stay out the ring. Tyson Fury coming back. In order for him to put on the fight that we want to see, he got to be tuned up. So he got to get tuned up in a fight. They both are going to be on the same damn card. They have to get past their ops. Leading up, a build-up. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a face-off after that if they get past their ops to hype up the biggest fight in UK history.
Ado Ladipo called the next bout between Joshua and Tyson Fury possibly the biggest British boxing event ever and expressed enthusiasm about it. He also discussed the fight's wider significance, stressing that in terms of public interest, it may be on par with big athletic events in the UK, such as football. He emphasized that the event will be the focus of media attention and headlines, highlighting its significance.
These are two giants of the sport. Now, this is one of those fights where, I mean, Conor Ben Eubank kind of did it a little bit, but this is a fight where, I mean, everyone is talking about it. This competes with any football match. And you know, football over here is just as big as anything. This will be on the front pages. This will be on buses. This will be on taxis. I know I'm going overboard. This is how big this is. This fight is enormous, and it just has to happen. It just has to happen. It had to happen.
Oladipo also stressed how amazing it would be to witness both boxers on the same platform, reflecting on his personal experiences attending big stadium bouts for each fighter. He is optimistic that both sportsmen would prevail in their next fights despite previous doubts.
There's a good chance I do the face-off for the biggest British fight in history. Jesus Christ. Man, please God, no slip-ups, no banana skins, please. Let both of these guys come through. But no, it would, like, I've been to Wembley, lucky. I've been to Wembley, I've been to Tottenham, I've been to a few stadium fights. I've been to stadium fights for Tyson Fury, I've been to stadium fights for AJ. The idea of them both coming together for a stadium fight blows my mind. It blows my mind as to what this will be like, what this is.
He emphasized that both guys are still exceptional heavyweights, highlighting Fury's standing as one of the greatest in the division and Joshua's place among the top contenders. According to Oladipo, the conflict between talent, power, and strategy is more intriguing than championships or belts.
We've had a few false dawns before. I remember when Tyson Fury posted a video saying, "It's done, me and AJ are done," and all of a sudden he's fighting Wilder. So there's been a few kind of like hiccups along the way, but look, really and truly, I still think it's a fight between two very, very good heavyweights. I've said this about AJ. If he can get his mind right, AJ for me is still a top 10 heavyweight. As I just said, I think Tyson Fury is the second best heavyweight in the world. So it's still very, very, very competitive. Do there need to be belts on the line? Absolutely not. I couldn't care less about a belt. I just want to see these two duke it out. And I think the fight will be very interesting as well.
Deontay Wilder agreed that Tyson and Joshua's fight is expected to be very interesting. Wilder said, "I mean, it should be a fun fight. I don't know who will win at the moment. I really haven't fully processed it yet, as I've been having a lot going on with myself. But right now, as I look at it, it should be a fun fight." Addressing both past frustrations and his stance on Joshua, Wilder emphasized that he's focused on the present and still chasing the biggest fights available. He said, "That was the past. This is now. We're both still active heavyweights, we're not retired," making it clear his door remains open for a long-awaited clash with Joshua. While discussing it with Gareth A. Davis, Spencer Oliver emphasized that both Joshua and Fury need proper tune-up fights before facing each other to ensure peak performance. He suggested that without these preparatory bouts, fans might not witness the fighters at their best, and warm-ups are essential for delivering a high-quality, competitive matchup.
Listen, I think for Anthony Joshua, I don't think that he just goes into this Jake Paul fight on December the 19th. I don't think that that's the fight that gets him prepared, obviously, for Tyson Fury. I think that we see Anthony Joshua in the ring again in February, that possibly out in Saudi Arabia. I think that could be on a Riyadh card.
Do you agree with it, though, that they should be having warm-ups?
Well, listen, yeah, I suppose look, they want to be at the best of their abilities. Tyson Fury's been out a long time. Anthony Joshua has been out a long time. If they both go in there now, ring rust will be in, and we won't see the fight that maybe we will see if they both have a warm-up fight or so. So, yeah, I do agree with it in many ways, because we want to see the best version of both of those guys.
Similar to other analysts, according to Derek Chisora, Tyson and Joshua's matchup is crucial for fans and the sport. He pointed out that Joshua's present fitness and preparation make him a formidable challenger in the contest, underscoring the excitement around a prospective confrontation, even though he isn't choosing sides.
Yeah, listen, we need that. I keep saying this, you know, it was like, can you imagine if Tyson Fury retired, AJ retired without fighting each other?
It doesn't make sense.
It don't make sense for us, and we want to see it.
Of course we do.
I'm not even picking sides. I just want to see a great fight. And I'll be honest with you, actually, I'm going to pick sides. AJ wins it.
All right.
The way right now is boxing, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that as well.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, because the way they're training him and the way he's going to be boxing, we see a totally different guy.
When questioned about Joshua's performance in comparison to other opponents, Chisora responded with loyalty, stating that his support stems from their shared amateur past and long-standing relationship. He emphasized that he will support Joshua out of respect and a personal relationship, regardless of the competition.
Who did you pick out of Joshua and Dubois?
Huh?
Who did you pick out of Joshua and Dubois?
Joshua, you can't even ask me that question, because Joshua is my friend and my brother. Do you understand?
Okay, so you pick with your heart.
Yeah, so I pick with my heart and my loyalty. I don't know Joshua for years, and then we went to the same amateur. Even if Joshua's fighting 25 guys, I'm always gonna back him. You understand? Because he's my boy.
Rising talents in lighter categories are receiving more attention with all the excitement surrounding the Joshua versus Tyson Fury bout. As he prepares for his fight with Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson relies on his expertise and innate talent, thriving in the absence of outside pressure. His talent and strength make him a formidable danger, according to onlookers, who can control the fight's tempo and demonstrate that the thrill of the sport isn't exclusive to the heavyweights.
And I don't believe in pressure. Pressure to make diamonds or bust pipes. And at the end of the day, I'm a diamond, so I've been shining my whole career. It's not going to stop now. The same guy you've been seeing at a higher level is going to show up.
Are you looking to show your dominance throughout the 12 rounds or maybe end it early?
I don't know. We'll see. I know one thing that they sleep on is my power. And a lot of people say I can't crack, but if you get in there with these 8-ounce gloves and let me punch you, you wouldn't want to just walk through my shit.
Shakur and Lopez are preparing for a violent confrontation in the run-up to their match, each of them wanting to establish control. The boxers' talent, strength, and self-assurance make it obvious that neither will give up. High stakes and a fierce struggle from the first bell are promised in this clash.
I'm slow, right? Mentally. Oh my God, mentally, okay.
I'm talking about I'm slow in the boxing ring, right?
Mentally.
I'm talking about the boxing ring, what you was talking about. I'm slow, right? Right?
Mentally.
Okay, you're gonna see. I promise you're gonna see.
Going to the end of the conversation, Conor Benn clarified the previous miscommunications and stated that although he doesn't dislike Shakur Stevenson, he is surprised by Stevenson's confidence as he puts on weight. He also ridiculed Stevenson's appearance by drawing a funny analogy to a popular cartoon character. Benn also made it clear that he appreciates Stevenson's abilities in the ring in spite of the jokes. He made it apparent that both fighters will be put to the test in their impending bout.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur. I'm just insulted he thinks he can come up to my weight and feel like he can just make it easy work. Well, come up to my weight then. I don't not like him. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's funny looking as well. It reminds me a bit of Tom and Jerry. Which one? What's the mouse?
I didn't even watch
Jerry. He reminds me of Jerry. Oh, literally, yeah. Turkey called it. I didn't even realise. Yeah, Tom and Jerry. He does all that running around. Yeah, that's him. But he literally looks like Jerry to me. I just realised. Yeah, he is Jerry.
Lastly, Benn expressed his opinion that Lopez's explosiveness and deft style give him an advantage against Shakur. He also discussed his conflicts with Deontay Wilder in the past, blasting bad sportsmanship and stressing the value of accepting losses with poise and respect.
I do, but not discrediting Shakur at all. I think he's a phenomenal fighter, but I just think Teo has more explosiveness, more zap, and more spite. And he's tricky as well.
You and Devin haven't been getting on since his fight. You were calling it boring. Devin put on a better performance than his fight with Brian Norman.
Since before that fight.
Well, that's true.
I thought he carried on like Minge when he filed a lawsuit. Then you got fighters like Miguel Cotto not pressing charges or anything against someone who actually had lead in their gloves or whatever it was. So you sit down and you go, mate, that's right, Mingy behaviour. Like, it's just like, just take your beating as a man.
To summarize the whole, there are a lot of high-stakes fights taking place throughout divisions in the boxing world. Intrigued by the matchup of skill and flair, fans are looking forward to Crawford versus Canelo. In the meantime, Joshua and Tyson Fury's heavyweight bout is expected to be intense and spectacular on a big platform. Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, two emerging stars in the lighter weights, will compete with one another using strength and strategy to keep the sport exciting. These fights highlight the variety and thrill of boxing divisions. While newer warriors strive to establish themselves, legends want to solidify their reputations. Every fight is unexpected due to conflicting styles and huge stakes. Together, they guarantee that the sport will continue to flourish and that fans will remain completely involved.